These are the 5 main factors for lead generation success when you're running online campaigns. Now, we've ran lead generation ads for over 2,100 service-based businesses, and we've narrowed down the campaign success to 5 factors. Now, you can use this to take a profitable campaign and improve it, or take a campaign that is not performing and turn that into a profitable campaign, or to diagnose a specific issue that you are finding right now with your lead generation strategy. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive in. So I have them written out here 1 through 5. Number 1 is going to be 40% of your overall campaign success. Number 2 is going to be 30% of your overall campaign success. Number 3 is going to be 15%. Number 4 is going to be 10%. And number 5 is going to be 5%. All right, so let's dive into number 1. Number 1 is by far the most important factor, the most important weighted factor that is going to affect your campaigns, and it is your offer. You can have the best copy, the best funnel, and the best marketing, but if your offer is not dialed in, it will not perform. And on the other hand, we've seen poor copy, poor content, poor funnel structure, poor media buying with a really good offer perform extremely well. That's number 1. Number 2 is by far the most overlooked aspect of your campaign success, and that is your creative. It's literally the first step in your marketing and sales process. It's the thing that gets people to stop scrolling, click on an ad, and go through and convert. Your creative and your copy need to be compelling enough to win the prospect's attention, not only from the platform, but also from your competitors and other marketers. As a rule of thumb, your creative is what gets your prospect to stop what they're currently doing and taking the next step in your conversion funnel. Now, speaking of funnel, that is number 3. That is 15% of your overall marketing campaign success. Once you've captured the attention with your copy and creative, you need to have a systemized process to take that attention into conversions. And if your funnel structure is not set up every single step of the way for conversions, it can be the difference between a wildly profitable campaign and a campaign that bleeds money. Now, number 4 is going to be your targeting. Your targeting is 10% of your overall campaign success. The number 1 thing that we find is that most people think that your targeting is the number 1 factor of your lead generation success or failure. In reality, what we find is that targeting is only about 10% of the overall success. Again, we've ran lead generation campaigns for over 2,100 clients, and the number 1 thing is like, hey, we just need to target better people. And that might not be the case. Because if you have the funnel structure, the creative, and the offer, if you have all of that dialed in, your targeting, now don't get me wrong, if you're a wedding photographer that's looking for new engagement photo shoots and you target people who are married, yes, that's probably not going to be great targeting. But when you are running lead generation campaigns, most platforms, they allow you to target specific groups of people based off their interests, their age, their behaviors. And what a lot of times happens is you can leave that wide open. You don't even have to target someone who likes this individual interest. You don't have to target someone who likes this individual magazine. You can leave that wide open. And a lot of these algorithms are so smart these days that they're finding the people specifically that they know that you're looking for. And they use that data to try to gather that information and to get smarter. And that leads me to number 5, your historic pixel data. Now, if you're running a campaign with a brand new ad account, the pixel and the algorithm, they don't really have much to go off of. Now, if you're running a campaign with an account that has 5, 10, 3 years of a historic pixel data, now that algorithm has really dialed in who that prospect is. And if you set up your conversion processes and your attribution processes correctly, then you can feed that to the algorithm so that it creates a nice feedback loop and say, hey, these are the people who I'm looking to go after. Now go find more people like that. That makes up about 5% of your overall campaign success, because if you have a good offer, if you have a really good creative, a great funnel, and your targeting is kind of dialed in, then the pixel doesn't really hold that much weight, because you can have a brand new ad account perform extremely well if your offer creative, your funnel, if your targeting, if all of those factors are dialed in. That's why it's kind of like down at the bottom at 5%. Now, those are the 5 main factors that we found for lead generation success. Are there other factors? Absolutely. But these are the main 5 that if you can dial in, you will see wildly profitable campaigns. If you have a campaign that's not really performing, then you can come to this and look, okay, maybe it's the offer, maybe it's the creative, maybe it's the funnel, maybe it's the targeting. It's the 80-20 principle. You analyze and look at like what of the offer could I improve? What are the creative? What are the funnel? So it's not like this endless loop of things that you can try to improve. About 90% of the time, it's going to come down to one of these 5: the offer, the creative, the funnel, the targeting, and the pixel. Now, if you like that video and you want to see more content like this, we have compiled a list specifically for you of all the top videos on our channel. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you on the next one.